All right, good morning, traders. Today is February 25th, 2025. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land, cyber land, podcast land. Thank you for finding the value in my content. Thank you for the subscriptions and the kind comments. I love that. Thank you so much. All right, down to business. My SPY pivot this morning, 599.22. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Diamond Dow made a lower high and an equal low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. SPY now in a daily downtrend, closed with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. IWM, SPY, QQQ, FNGU all made lower lows, lower highs, closing under bearish traps under the 17 EMAs. Gold and silver both in uptrends. Gold made a new all-time high yesterday. Silver made a lower low and a lower high, closing under a bearish cross under the 17. UNG in a daily uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17. USO made an inside day. That's a lower high and a higher low, closing under a bearish cross under the 17 EMA. U.S. dollar index still in a downtrend, closed near the 106.77 area. U.S. dollar index in a downtrend, but kind of showing a bull flag at this time. All right, just stating the bigger picture there. SPY max pain today 604 with one put for each call that expires today at 4:15. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Take a look at SPY. Let's take a look at it on the 15-minute chart. On the 10-minute chart, you can see we got candles. We got a 3 EMA underneath this white 8 EMA right here. And underneath these red dots, those are the 17 EMA. Okay, so we got 10-minute downtrend coming into the close. All right, let's go to the 2-hour. 2-hour. We got candles and the 3 EMA underneath the white line, that's the 8 EMA, underneath the red dots, that's the 17 EMA. So we have a 2-hour downtrend going into the close. On the daily chart, we have a spike of the 17, happened on the 12th of February. Okay, so if we take out that higher low and make a lower low, which we did yesterday, okay, we have a now technically a downtrend, all right? We're still bullish up here, okay? We get out the drawing tools. Price action has moved up and over for the most part, okay? Should we move up and back, we will become neutral. If we move up, back, and lower, that becomes bearish. All right, we're still in a bull flag up here. Not a pretty bull flag, kind of a sloppy bull flag. All right, but we're still bullish up here. Okay, if we look at it from the quad lines, from the point of last August, all right, I'm going to back way out. You can see here's price moving up. All right, and over inside of quadrant 4. That's a bull flag. That's still bullish up here in quadrant 4. Okay, if we break below the lower third, then we become bearish. All right, right there, or we'll become neutral. All right, but right now we're showing a bull flag. I'm still bullish. All right, right here. Okay, just not moving up these last 3 days. Let me trash that out. Take these off, zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so you can see candle for SPY made lower high, lower low as compared to the day before. All right, and then you can see price action closing underneath a bearish trap, underneath the 17. 17 just turned red about 2 days ago. Actually, not yesterday, but the day before. So that would be Friday. Right there, turned red. All right, so we'll see where we go from here. We've turned red before, and recovered. Question is there going to be a rescue operation sometime today or this week? We'll find out. We're still showing the inverse head and shoulders pattern. We'll see what happens here. So there's SPY. Let's take a peek at our game plan. We'll head to the 15-minute and peek at the game plan. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Let me drag some things over. Okay, so SPY pivot today, 599.22. Let me just say I do expect price to hit the pivot. The pivot also lines up with prior day's high anchored VWAP. So I'm expecting price to come back and test the prior day's high anchored VWAP. If they're able to get on top of that and consolidate, okay, we could see a break up and test the day before's high anchored VWAP, all right? And that would bring us up to 601.71. All right, so if we get on top of yesterday's high anchored VWAP, all right, and consolidate, we hold that higher ground, there is a possibility for a move up to test the next day's high anchored VWAP, which resides at 601.71. All right, if we get on top of that, that's my bullish entry. That would be the near the high of day from yesterday. Okay, so that's the plan. So over 601.71. All right, I'm a bull. There's a bullish entry up there over 601.71. Not sure if that entry is going to work. We have been bearish for the past couple of days. Although we have NVIDIA earnings coming out on Wednesday evening, and the market could get excited about those earnings. All right, just saying. All right, so I think we have a visit back to 599.22. That would be the yesterday's high anchored VWAP. You can see that's the pink line right here. All right, on the low side, if we take out the low of yesterday's final 10-minute candle here, that is a bearish entry to the downside. So 10-minute downtrend below 596.64 is a bearish entry, and the bullish entry is over a 10-minute uptrend over 601.71. Pivot 599.22. All right, so you got the plan. I think we have a visit to this anchored VWAP. Like I said, if we get on top, we hold the higher ground, and we consolidate up there, and that's a possibility, all right, then we run up and visit the next high of day anchored VWAP, which resides at 601.71. Okay, we'll see how the day plays out. All right, so there's SPY. There's the game plan, all right, for SPY. Let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, QQQ. All right, if you're playing SPY or QQQ, I just want to say I like Friday options. All right, especially if I have a small account. I want lots of liquidity. All right, and I like Friday options. That would be a 3 DTE or a 10 DTE. And I like $2 to $5 out of the money. I'm willing to give up some of my performance, okay, because the best performing one is going to be your 0 DTE in the money. You're going to get almost penny for penny performance on that. All right, but because I got a small account and I haven't built it up yet, starting out with a new 27K account. All right, I want to start it out. I would like to give up a little bit of performance and pare back my risk. All right, so I like $2 to $5 out of the money on QQQ. Here's the game plan for QQQ. Okay, bullish entry, that'd be red erases green. This is the red. Green would have to come back and take out this high right here, 525.74. That's my red, that's my green erases red entry. 10-minute uptrend over 525.74. Okay, SPY pivot this morning, 523.07. Bearish entry, okay, that would be price under 10-minute downtrend, price under 520.39. All right, let's take a look at the daily chart for QQQ. There's the game plan for QQQ and SPY. All right, let's take a look at the daily candle. Let's pick up a clean chart. Let's move this out of the way. All right. Clean chart right here. Yesterday's candles, this red one right here. All right. Not as long as this one, but gave it some follow through. Okay, got a lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap. Okay, under the 17 and under the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, as well as the all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, just remember, only a few days ago, they made new all-time high. All right, think about it. This is Monday. That's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, not even a week ago. All right, they made a new all-time high right there on QQQ. You can see from the quad lines, we're still up in quadrant 4. I'm still bullish. All right, we start breaking rubber band candles and things could fall apart. We have a base right through here. See the bottoms of all these single candles down here that start out and rip to the upside. Okay, don't want to break that. Okay, I really don't want to break that. If we break that, I think there's a good chance we're coming down to the midpoint, right down here to 500. All right, so don't want to break this. That's 508.38. All right, that would be losing the upper third. It could happen, but I don't think so, but it could happen. All right, there's QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. All right, FNGU still in the upper third. That's bullish. Yesterday's candle, like I said earlier, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, and under the uptrend line. All right, so there's FNGU on the daily chart. All right, notice this is the rubber band candle to the daily trend uptrend line. See the uptrend line right here? There's the spike. This is the rubber band candle. There is a possibility that price rallies from this area here all the way back up to the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, not wanting to break this rubber band candle and recover it quickly. Okay, so I'm just saying we could see FNGU all the way back at 624.09. We'll see what happens. All right, there's FNGU. All right, also in a downtrend, but bullish up in the upper third. Okay, so there's FNGU. Really don't want to break this pivot here. We break that, that's not good at all. That would see us, I could see us coming, dropping in really low, down to 500, 400. Okay, so don't want to break that valley low right there. You're coming back to visit it. All right, but let's not linger in here. There's FNGU, technically in a downtrend, but bullish, still in the upper third. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, Diamond Dow, yesterday, equal low, higher, lower high, closing under bearish trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP. From the quad lines, you can see we're up in quadrant 4. We're still bullish. We're up over the uptrend line. We're still bullish up there, okay? We might be bullish, but we're not moving up, okay? So price action, that pennant that we had is falling apart. You can see they had a blast down from there, okay? What I don't like is price action. Get my drawing tools. Okay, we are currently looking at the beginnings of a bear flag so far. All right. We're looking at the beginnings of a small bear pennant inside of a bull flag. We'll see what happens. All right. So there we are there. Like to see price recover the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's what I'd like to see. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's take a peek at IWM. Here we go with IWM. All right, so here's IWM. And you can see price for IWM is, there's our rubber band candle right there. Is that still attached? I got to see. Yeah, no, that's a rubber band candle. All right, there's our rubber band candle. Here's our uptrend line. Notice price closed, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17, under the uptrend line. Okay, price is having a difficult time here on IWM. It keeps moving up and giving it up. That's just neutral. Again, we move up and then we give it up. That's just neutral. And we moved up, and guess what? We did it again. That's just neutral. Okay? Got to see price hold that higher ground. Got to get up over this all-time high anchored VWAP. Got to get up here in the upper third. Got to see it hold the higher ground. Okay? See this? It moves up, holds the higher ground. That's bullish. See that? That's bullish. This moves up, holds the higher ground. That's bullish. You get a spike up. All right, so you get a failed breakout, and guess what? We're coming back to test the lows. All right, so now we got to see this move up and hold that higher ground. That's what we're looking for. Hasn't been able to do it. Right now, looking at, probably looks like an EKG. All right, let's trash that out so you can see price action, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap. Notice price action moves up, gives it up, so it's just neutral here. So there's IWM. Let's take a look at our technicals. T2122. All right, you can see we had a wedge pattern building out here, and they broke through the bottom of the wedge, and they could recover. We'll see what happens. Came up here into the cross, and we made a low. Don't know if we made a lower low. We'll find out when the market opens. But there's T2122. Find ourselves back in the sell zone with a lower high, all right, right inside the seller's chop zone. All right, like to see price recover and get up on top of the cross right through here. All right, if we can get up on that cross, I have some hope that we could find our way back to the midpoint and then possibly back into the buyer's chop zone. We'll see what happens right now. It's not looking good. We got a downtrend in the T2122. You can see lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs. And guess what? Lower lows. You can see the pattern going on right now. Okay? I don't want to find ourselves all the way back into the oversold zone, although it may happen sometime this week. We'll see what happens, all right? We're just going to watch the price action, and we're going to continue to watch the price action. That's going to tell us what to trade and what to stay away from. All right, so right there's T2122. T2123, okay, almost red from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Had a nice rally right there in the middle of the day up over VWAP. All right, couldn't quite ink out a higher high, so they're not ready yet. So it looks like we're going to get some accumulation in through here. That's what it looks like, all right? Accumulation. So accumulation looks like you will see little rallies that head up to the VWAP like this and like that and like that in through here, making a bear flag. All right, and then eventually we'll have probably a failed breakdown in the bear flag and then a rip to the upside. That's what I'm looking forward to. Not saying that that's going to happen, but that's what it looks like so far, is some accumulation into this area right here. All right, so comes back, watch it rally back up. All right, so watch T2123 for evidence of accumulation. You'll see it. There'll be quick little rallies back up to VWAP just over it, and then they'll give it up and let it come down again, and they'll do it again over and over. All right, so there's T2123. Okay, you can see red from the beginning of the day almost to the end of the day with that accumulation rally right through here. That's what it looks like. All right, not saying that that's what it is. We find ourselves underneath the 200 SMA there. Not a good look, all right? But all in all, if we zoom out, all right, you can see we are in a bull flag here still. It was a pretty bull flag. Now it's starting to get a little wavy, all right? But there's price action moving up and holding the higher ground. That's bullish, all right? So are they coming back to test the lows? I hope the lows hold. We'll see what happens, all right? If the lows don't hold, we could be coming all the way back here to test the lows right here. If the lows of the flag don't hold, we could be coming down here to test this low or the midpoint. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's T2123. Let's take a look at the same chart, but on the 3-bar chart, okay? 3-bar time frame. Again, you've got price action moving up and over to the right. Okay, that's bullish. All right, we're caught underneath this fading 200 SMA. Okay, I think, all right, not saying that it's going to happen, but I think price wants to make a connection with this valley here. We came close to it, didn't quite get the job done. Are they pulling back the bow to come back and test the valley? Okay, so we have a valley between two peaks. There's peak 1. Okay, here's peak 1 right here. See the peak? This would be the peak up here. Okay, here's peak 2. Right there. So this is the valley between the two peaks. Most times, price likes to come back, visit, and test that valley. All right, if they have a pullback to the midpoint, they may be winding up to go through the valley and visit the next valley up, which is right here. Okay, we'll see what happens, all right? Right now, we're showing a bull flag on the 3-bar. Okay, what we're showing also is consolidation over prior consolidation. Okay, you get consolidation over prior consolidation. That's all of this right here. That's a bullish environment right there. Just not moving up. Got to see price move up to get involved for the bullish environment. So there's T2123. Let's take a look at FNGU. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on this one. This is 10 of the most heavily weighted stocks in QQQ and SPY. So it would be a good idea to keep an eye on this one. Why? Because this is pretty much what jerks the SPY and the QQQ around. So, price action for yesterday. All this is pre-market. In the shaded section, you can see selling from the beginning to the end of day. All right, couple of, see they made their way up over VWAP. That's the burnt brown line right here. Got a couple of green candles there, but all in all, they came back to visit the low of day. All right, let's go over here and see if we found any support. Yes, we do. Don't want to break this valley between the peaks, okay? Actually, it's more like a valley between the two plateaus. All right, so we have a peak, and there's the beginning of the left side of the valley, and then we have another peak, okay? It's the other side of the valley, right side of the valley, okay? Do not want to break this valley low. If we break that valley low, we could be coming down to visit the midpoint. Really don't want to see us go to the midpoint, but it might happen, all right? Have to recognize we got to read what price is doing. Right now, it's moving down in a rapid fashion, all right? Notice the motion is a hard, fast drop. It's capable of bouncing. Didn't get much of a bounce yesterday, okay? But it's capable of bouncing when it comes down hard and fast like that. If it comes in and melts through it, it's capable of just going on and on and on and on and trending. All right? but a sharp pullback, we could see a bounce maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Possibly. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's on the table because of the nature of the price action. All right? All has to do with the nature of the price action. It was hard and fast to the downside. So we may see a bounce this week. Just saying, it's on the table doesn't mean it's going to happen. All right, let's go over here. Let's take a look at a few of our sectors. We'll start off with XLE, and then we'll visit some energy like UNG and USO. Then we'll head off to precious metals. All right, hit a few other sectors, and then we'll check out the economic package. All right, so let's take this off, head on over here. All right, let's start off with XLE. All right, XLE on the daily chart, okay? So XLE's got this really tight move up here, and I like that, okay? Notice we got ourselves over one of the downtrend lines right here. All right, we actually broke two of them 2 days ago. All right, we're still holding over the other one. Yesterday's price action, let me make sure I got the right candle. It's this little one right here. Got a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap, but over the 17. That's interesting. Okay, also over this 12-month high anchored VWAP there. Also interesting. Okay, not quite bullish yet. All right, we were bullish when we were able to close in the upper third. We're not closing in the upper third. Okay, so we're just still neutral. Why? Because price action has the habit of moving up and giving it up. Okay, like to see it get up and hold, but I do like this tight consolidation move to the upside. All right, that's looking good. That looks like that could go somewhere. All right, anyways, XLE, price action, okay, you can see underneath the bullish trap, but over the 17, okay, so just neutral right through here. Again, price action moves up and gives it up, so it's just neutral, all right, not till they can get up and start holding. See all these peaks? There's a wick, okay, there's a red bar sending top of a peak, there's a green wick, top of a peak, triple wick there, top of a peak, another topping tail a little bit, all right, and then it sends it down into another valley, all right. So you can see they can't seem to get up there and hold that area for too long. Here's 4 or 5 days, but that's a year ago, all right. So we'll see what happens. There's XLE, all right. So XLE on the bullish side of the midpoint. All right, and let's go take a look at UNG. Okay, that was our energy sector. So let's just look at energy. All right, so here's UNG, price action for UNG. Make sure I get the right one. Did I report the wrong one? All right, lower high, lower low. I got to go see what I wrote. I'm just curious. I just want to make sure. UNG uptrend, higher high, higher low. That's wrong. Lower high, lower low. I thought there was something wrong there. Okay, so UNG, correction here. Lower high, lower low. Closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So I reported the wrong candle. All right, so lower high, lower low, closing in the bullish trap over the 17 EMA, over this 12-month high anchored VWAP right there. Up in quadrant 4, it's bullish up here, all right? Still bullish on UNG. Like to see them hold over these peaks. That would be nice to consolidate up here, all right? Maybe a zigzag wavy pattern, UNG, all right? So bottom line, I wrote that wrong. Lower high, lower low, not a higher high, higher low. Okay, let's take a look at USO. All right, USO, price action for USO is inside day. Okay, you can see that's a higher higher low and a lower high, closing under the bearish trap, underneath the fading 17, up over this 3-year high anchored VWAP, all right, entering a bear flag pattern, again moving up, giving it up, but consolidating over prior consolidation. Okay, so it's just neutral. Can't seem to hold that upper third, so it's just neutral. All right, this is the buy box. I am expecting a visit back to this area right here, which is the all-time high, the 3-year high anchored VWAP. I would like to pick some up there. I have a small position here. I'd like to pick some up right here on top of this line. I don't know how close I'll get to it. Right now, we're showing a bear flag, and you can see that's price action moving down and holding the lower ground. All right, but all in all, we've got consolidation. If you take all of this, this is consolidation right through there. We've got consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish. All right, but from this point here, from the perspective, we have a bear flag. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so there's USO. USO making a lower low the previous day there is in a downtrend. All right, so USO actually just pulling. Yeah, they made a high. There's the low. So they're in a downtrend because they made a lower low. All right, so USO technically in a downtrend. All right, not in the upper third, not in the upper quadrant, so just neutral through here. USO. UNG bullish, USO neutral. All right, let's take a look at SMH. Actually, let's visit GLD. All right, here's gold. Make sure I got the right candle. All right, so here it is. Yesterday's candle, higher low, higher high, new all-time high. All right, you don't need anything else. That's bullish. It's making new all-time highs. It's been doing that now for about 2 weeks. All right, so there's GLD. That's bullish. Quadrant 4 over a prior all-time high anchored VWAP. Huge rip to the upside. Let it keep going. All right, this is looking good. Let's take a look at SLV. Silver. All right. Silver holding the higher ground finally up over the 12-year high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. Up here in the upper third, that's bullish. Price action yesterday, not so bullish. Lower high, lower low. Closing under the bullish trap, but over the rising 17. Okay? Price action moving up and holding that higher ground, that is bullish. All right? You can see price action moves up and holds this higher ground. Right through there. That's bullish. All right, up over this 12-year high anchored VWAP, also bullish. So silver and gold, both bullish. All right, let's take a look at SMH. All right, SMH losing the upper third, but still right on top of the all-time high anchored VWAP. So just neutral. Again, they keep going up. See all the peaks? It's like 10 peaks here. Going up and giving it up. All right, they get up in the upper third, then they give it up. See this? They get up in the upper third or upper quadrant, and then they give it up. Okay, so it's just neutral. They got to get up and hold. All right, see how they every time they get up there, they give it up. See that? All these peaks in this upper third. Okay, they go up there, and then they give it up. You can see the valleys all underneath. Right through there. Okay, so just neutral on SMH. But over the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so that part's bullish, but you got a little under it here today. We'll see what happens. XLK. All right, XLK bullish up here underneath prior all-time high. Remember just 4 days ago or 3 days ago. Okay, this would be Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Just like the other, new all-time high. XLK. So they're bullish up here in quadrant 4. Again, price action. All right. Moved up and consolidating, holding that higher ground. It's been lingering quite a while, but they keep moving up. They're still up here in quadrant 4. So that's bullish on technology. All right. So there's XLK. That's bullish, just not moving up. XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. All right, XLF up here again, moving up and holding that higher ground. Up here in quadrant 4, that's also bullish. Okay, just not moving up today, these past 3 days. Price action, you can see here, looks like an inside day. All right, closing under the trap and under the 17. All right, so that's bullish. Okay, from here's the August low up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, let's take a look at XLI. One more time. XLI, you can see XLI losing the upper third. All right, so it's just neutral. Again, you keep moving up and giving it up. It's just neutral. Also finds itself under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line. This may have to move out, but I got to wait and see where they put the next valley. But I think this goes out to here, and this swings over. We'll see what happens. All right, but that's where I think it's going to wind up going. This was an uptrend through here, right through there. All right, we'll see what we got going on. This is the rubber band candle yesterday. Don't want to break this rubber band candle right there. All right, if we break that, good possibility we're coming down here to the breakup candle low on XLI. All right, don't want to break that candle today. All right, so here's price action, just neutral. Again, moving up and giving it up. They were holding for a little while, but they couldn't quite hold on to it. XLU. XLU got some incredibly tight move up here. This is really incredibly tight right through here. Price action for yesterday, make sure I got the right one, looks like a lower high and a lower low, or equal high and equal low. High there's 80.51, high there 80.53. Lower high, lower low, closing under the bullish trap, but over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Nice work. That is really nice right through there. That could go on for a while. All right, up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's bullish up there. XLU. That's scary when the utilities are starting to look bullish, because they're usually a defensive sector, and that kind of shows a pullback in the economy. I have heard about some layoffs, so not sure what's going on. Technology is still bullish. Financials are still bullish. The one thing that we don't have is bullish is IYT or the retail sector. All right, IYT, it's on the bullish side of neutrality, but they keep moving up and giving it up. You can see we're under the all-time high anchored VWAP. We're under this uptrend line. We are making a rubber band candle yesterday. Price action lower low, lower high. Closing under the trap, under the 17. Hopefully we can recover this week. All right, price action for the transports. When the transports are doing good, that shows us products getting moved around the country, all right? Product to build other products, product that goes on shelves, product that gets delivered and installed, product that gets purchased for homeowners to install. All kinds of different products being moved. And we want the transports to do well, because that shows us an indication of sales, all right? That's what we like to see, is revenue. Okay, that's when monies change hands. All right, if not too much money changes hands, there's no need to ship anything. If there's no need to ship anything, guess what? Then the market's not doing very well. All right, people always want to move forward. All right, but you can see price action here. We've lost the upper third. We're just neutral. All right, right through there. There's IYT. Let's check out the economic package. All right, for today. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, the main event, GDP on Thursday. Just want to put that out there. Okay, GDP Thursday, 8:30 in the morning. Make sure you're hedged. Wednesday evening, all right, because we're going to have NVIDIA's going to report, and then right after NVIDIA reports, GDP comes out Thursday. So NVIDIA reports Wednesday evening, all right. This morning, Home Depot reported, and they look a little bit higher, but with a lot of wicks up there than where they left off yesterday. All right, so it doesn't look bad. All right, for today, on Tuesday, Case-Shiller Home Price Index comes out at 9. FHFA Home Price Index, 9 o'clock. Consumer Confidence at 10, and that's it. Really light day today, really light day yesterday. Tomorrow, new home sales, 10 o'clock. Petroleum Report, 10:30. Really light day tomorrow, okay? Thursday's the main event. Durable goods at 8:30. GDP at 8:30. Jobless claims at 8:30. Pending home sales index at 10 o'clock. And a gas report at 10:30. We'll visit Friday when we get closer. All right, let's take a look at Max Payne. Max Payne is 604. One put to each call for the SPY. That expires today at 4:15. Okay, 604. Put to call ratio, one put for each call. Earnings calendar. All right, you can see Home Depot reports this morning. Intuit, 162 billion. They're going to report tonight. The rest of it, you can see some more Keurig Dr. Pepper. All right, some familiar names. All right, Workday, Bank of Nova Scotia, Alcon. Okay, familiar names, but not really going to move the markets. All right. Wednesday, in the evening, technology pretty much reports in the evening. NVIDIA, $3.4 billion, going to report, trillion dollars, wrong thing there. $3.4 trillion reports tomorrow evening. All right, that's capable, just like AVGO, all right, of really ripping the market and swinging it back and forth, all right? So you're probably going to want to be hedged for this, all right? That's a big number, 3.4, all right? I think that's the highest market cap for all United States stocks, all right? Probably the highest market cap in the world, all right? $3.4 trillion there for NVIDIA, all right? So they're going to report tomorrow night after the close. Salesforce, $304 billion. They're going to report tomorrow night alongside of NVIDIA. Of course, NVIDIA will overshadow Salesforce. Lowe's going to report tomorrow morning, $139 billion. TJX companies, $138 billion tomorrow morning. Budweiser, $92 billion. They're going to report tomorrow morning. Thursday, all right, we got Economico Mexicano, sounds like a bank, $343 billion. All right, they're going to report Thursday morning. Royal Bank of Canada, $169 billion tomorrow morning. Toronto Dominion Bank, $105 billion tomorrow, Thursday morning, not tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. All of those financials reporting Thursday morning. Dell, 83, a little bit of a computer stuff there. Technology, they report in the evening on Thursday. Again, some more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. HP, there's Hewlett Packard. Friday, Berkshire, couple of $1 trillion between the A and the B. Not sure if they're ready to report yet. Okay, and that's it right there for the earnings calendar. All right, so we did the earnings, we did the economic, we did the Max Payne, and here's the dollar. All right, here's the dollar. Hey, dollar's moving down again. I like that. Lower highs, making lower lows. It's in a downtrend. But from this picture here, we have a move up and a bull flag right there. All right. Like to see it break support. Support is these peaks and this peak right here. Got to see it break support right through there. Okay. I want to break through. See where this valley and this peak kind of line up? Want to see it break this area right here. Right there. Want to see it break through there. If minor support breaks, could see ourselves recovering. We'll see what happens. But dollar currently in a downtrend. We like a weak dollar. All right, it helps us to sell our goods and services overseas and out of the country. It also helps out the GDP. All right, that's it. It's 8:45. I think some other people are coming on at 8:45. I take questions in the room. All right, and if not, I'm going to try and get this video rendered and posted.